We are up in revival. We are here and we are super excited. Kev, my man, how are you doing today, brother?
Wonderful. It's a beautiful
Good,
day.
good. It's a beautiful day to play our new Upland song. I'm so excited for our new Uppie song. Please play the
Let's go.
the new Upland Revival theme song. The next big thing. Let's go. Turn that up.
Little faces in a digital town. Every one of them ready to crown. We believe in what they could be. Watch them grow, just wait and see. Could be the next big thing. The next big thing. Uppies on the rise tonight. The next big thing. The next big thing. Light it up and watch them fly. A plan revival. The next big thing.
Yo,
Yeah.
tell me that's not the cheesiest, most positive intro that you could a K twice intro you could ever hear. All right, I love it. We're doing some great things here with Up and Revival. I am your host, K Twice. I'm here with my co-host, Kevin the Man, my partner. We are very excited for today's show. We're going to talk a lot about uppies. We were asked by a couple of our good friends to talk about some of the uppies and how we feel about them and what they could be doing for Upland. And honestly, how incredible they actually could be and how valuable they could be too, because unfortunately, the one thing that we are all going up against with our uppies is the fact that they have, yielded 5 layers of utility that has never been completed. That is the only biggest hiccup that we have with uppies right now, is because they don't have any value, really. We can't really give them any value because they don't have any yet, because they have not been granted any of those layers of utility. And until they do, we're kind of SOL. But I was asked specifically by a couple of our followers that was said, hey, we'd love to hear you talk more about the uppies and what they could be, what the utility value is, what the merge mechanic brings to the table, and also a comparison of the Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT craze that happened, earlier in the 2020s. Obviously, we know how that panned out with the crash in 21, 22. But we're going to talk about all that today. Kev, how you doing today, my man?
Fantastic, man. Looking
You want to
forward.
give us a shout out to the chat? We got anybody in the chat today, real quick? We can just get us some
Let's
shout outs
see.
there.
Let me turn that setting on. So it looks
I know
like
I
Wolf.
can't. I can't even see
Yeah,
the
it
chat,
looks like
bro.
Wolf Warner's already up here. What's up,
Wolf
Wolf?
in the house, my boy. You know you like that song, Wolf. You were singing with me, bro. You know you were singing with me. You know that was my voice on that. I was singing that song, bro. Come on, man. Sing with me, Wolfie. Sing with
Uh,
me. Come on, man. Well,
oh, and then we have Robert P. Artie. I'm pretty sure
oh,
that's
RDP. Yeah, that's my boy. We wanted to talk about some uppies today, so we'll definitely have some exchanges today, which would be really good.
nice.
But hello, chat. Whoever is in the chat, give us a shout out, show us some love. Who else we got, Kev?
You know what? My chat is freezing up, man. It's a little strange. So I don't know
Well, you
what's
need to
going
get
on.
some new internet, bro. All right, we gotta fix your internet, Kev. All right.
Something's going on. So we got Alderin OG in the house.
Okay, okay. What's going on, guys? What's going on to everybody? Welcome to Upland Revival. We're excited for today's show. If you do have uppies, or if you do have any thoughts on uppies, please share them in the chat. Kevin will try and get to those, and we'll try to talk about those too. But for me, I genuinely feel like uppies right now could be the most incredible thing in the NFT asset space in generalization. Okay, I'm talking about metaverse, I'm talking about crypto, I'm talking about anywhere in the NFT asset space. And here's the thing. Here's the one thing that Upland did that no one else did that I am actually elated about, if they give those layers of utility and they make these origins specifically the way that they need to, right? Number one, these are not just normal NFTs. These are actually living assets. Do you guys understand what that means? These are living NFT assets. So these actually they have a different way and a unique ability to actually give utility to buildings, to players, to properties, to different things that can attract. If the games and the discovery things come out and play, then we can have even more at home. But these are living assets, right? And that's kind of cool because it's only applicable to Upland. Now, the one thing that you can't do is you can't take these out of Upland, right? That's the one thing that you could with Bored Ape Yacht Club. I think that if there was ever an ability to take these off of Upland, I do think that they should do it with the origins and only the origins and make them more special and creative. And I could go into that. That's a whole different concept and a whole different ideal to have them,
So
interchangeable.
couldn't we at one point take some of our images out of Upland? I kind of remember doing that
Yeah, we
back
could
in
at some point, but they changed that.
somewhere around there.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So
I think some of them were integratable and interoperable. I think there was a what was that website? Wax. There was a wax. I think I got some wax
oh, that's
assets
what it
too.
was. Right. That's what it
Yeah.
was. Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Again, I
Yeah.
think they should get into more stuff like that too, and I think that they could really have, some incredible value to the origins because they're so rare. Now, the one thing that other NFTs they didn't have is the mergeable, you know, feature, and I think that's brilliant because it creates a rarity and a scarcity in these major origin uppies that there's not going to be anywhere else. I mean, you talking about a bloodline, bro. You're talking about if I merge two level ones, I get one level two that's more valuable. And it has to be, right? Because the more you increase, you're merging with Sparklet, your own Sparklet, to create the utility, to create a higher benefit for each uppie, right? So each higher level is going to provide more value as soon as they come out with that. We already know what they're going to do with above level threes, level fives, level sevens. And I'm still curious of what they're going to do with anything above that. I feel like they really need to give value to the origins, especially when you're creating those merges. I think it's so rare in anything that I've ever seen in the crypto universe, in the crypto space, the NFT space, being able to create your own rarity. Us, the people, are creating a rarity. And if it was at some point interchangeable and able to be taken off Upland and into other exchanges, I think that would be very valuable to Upland. I think it would be something very unique and different while keeping it only specifically interoperable with Upland's metaverse itself. So again, the utility can remain only and always with Upland, but you can still take it off Upland if you want to. It just won't be as valuable. And I think that makes Upland the number one metaverse period out there, which I do believe it is. I know, your optimism isn't as much as mine today, but I think we all have a lot of issues with a lot of different things. And mine is, I don't know why they're wasting any more time on anything else except unless it is enabling the Uppies feature. They have to start integrating the Uppies into the system, but it's been such a broken system for so long. There's nothing that's integratable in Upland right now in itself, and I think that's the most frustrating part for all of us is that we want this to come together so bad, but the roadmap looks far-fetched. When they're talking about the foundation of these Uppies giving, I mean, these are incredible. I mean, these giving utility and value and economical boosts, getting economical boosts from Uppies. I mean, could you imagine if an IPU does all your abilities for you and does all the tasks so you get your highest yield? I mean, dude, I would pay any money to have that Uppie and then to have it interchangeable and to have more value. And then you get to see it. And then you get to integrate with it on your own. You could build designs with it. I think some people were talking about wanting some of these Uppies to actually be able to have different types of clothing and be able to integrate other valuable assets and movable assets with these Uppies as well, at least the origins anyways. I don't know too much about that because I'm not, this is all new. Living assets are all new. I don't think anyone else in
Media.
crypto has. Yeah, we're just social media bros, bro.
I mean, obviously, Uppies could bring a lot to the table. I mean, we were super excited about them when they launched. They started talking about them in July, I believe. We started seeing them start coming around the table, like towards late Q4 2025. And at this point here, we're basically coming into, we're coming into we're in mid-May. So at this point here, it's difficult to stay excited, for me, and I wish I could feel the excitement that you feel because I'd like something to be excited about.
I'm losing my excitement though, bro, because they're not doing anything with them. And they've promised 5 layers of utility that has not been even completed once, and they're still selling Uppies. And they have to sell Uppies now because you can't even merge to level 5 and above anymore because there's no more level 5. So if you're a new player, you can't even get above that.
Is that still going on?
Of course it is, because until they release more Uppies, They're
Okay.
sold out because they're the most valuable asset in Upland right now because they can't keep them on the shelves and the floors are stagnant. You cannot lower the
Yeah.
floors. You're not going to be able to lower the floor price at all, period. So the values are going to remain the same. That's just what's going to happen with the origins.
The
They're
nice
only going to
thing
go up.
the nice thing is they are, although petting plants for a level 3 and above isn't the ideal situation that we all kind of had in mind, me and Kay twice, for the utility for uppies, but at least the
Listen,
fact
but Kev, right there, you nailed it though. This is that's my issue. Is of all the things, of all the other NFT asset space, despite the
sure,
crafts, despite all the things, this is the one place anywhere where these uppies, these assets, these
do
living assets
something.
could be working for us while we sleep.
Yeah, that's
That's
real.
real, bro.
Yeah,
That is
that's real.
real.
Yep,
Why are
yep.
you not putting that on
How
the
real is
biggest
that?
fucking
Kay
platform?
twice.
Oh my
How
god.
real? How real? How real?
Oh my god, dude. It makes me so
No,
it makes me
I mean,
it's
that's
crazy.
great, right? That's great. That's great that they can actually do work for us. So,
Literally. Like so the number even without the utility, one of the biggest things they're also hyping about is being able to have uppies pet your plants and do things to help create more other valuable things in the asset space. And I'm just like, dude, these should be the foundation. Fix the uppies, get them going, get them in the metaverse, get them in Upland, and then integrate everything else. Everything else should follow and be built around the uppies, especially the origins. Because the second they can start showcasing, oh my God, hey, you now have an NFT asset that's
sure.
yours on this game that you can buy on the secondary market because we create the value, right? But they're giving it the ability to work for us, becoming a living asset, doing the work in the game, which is all that we have ever
Mhm.
wanted. That is real
Sure.
utility. That is real value. And it's only going to be interoperable with Upland. That makes it even more rare, more scarce. So all we have to do is continue to build on this platform. And the more volume, the more people, the more players. Oh man, dude. You want to talk about coveted items? You thought yellow collection items were rare back in our days, Kev. Remember when people actually used to care about yellows? Or
Yeah.
reds for that matter, right?
Yeah.
And they didn't get devalued.
That's a tough one, man. Like I'm hoping that someday soon some of those collections will come back. And it
I
makes
mean,
it
bro,
so
they
much.
have to at some point, right?
I mean, that's the whole reason why a lot of us came to the game.
Uh,
Well, the platform. We don't call it the game.
it's not a game, bro. Even these uppies are made to yield return, right? Even these uppies are made to yield an ROI. Properties are made to yield an ROI. Buildings are made to yield an ROI. Uppies are made to yield an ROI. Sparklet is made to yield an ROI. Let's not, it's not a game. So let's stop treating it as such. This is a return on investment. And if we treat it as such, then it will become one.
Sure. And again, return on investment is a dirty word, like with some of the upland defenders out there.
Which we shouldn't. It should not be a dirty word.
Because return on investment could be an emotional return on investment.
Thank you.
It could be there could be multiple levels of return on investment. So we need to really think about that when we're saying that.
Yeah.
And now it's kind of difficult to see the return on the investment right now to keep people excited. I mean, I'm not excited, about uppies at this point, but I mean, it could change with just a simple announcement or, a simple new feature that made sense. And if they are tying it all together, which I'm sure that they are, but, based on the history with Upland, everything takes quite some time. And a lot of people get burnt out along the way.
You know what's crazy though? Could you imagine because of the bloodlines, if they actually got creative, right? So you've got your origins and you're merging with what I call firsts, which it's frost and blossoms and other things too with firsts and all the other things that keep coming through and coming that they're going to keep launching out. If you're merging them, there should be a unique bloodline that follows that, and that should also be traded with how much sparklet you're spending to merge them. So say you merged an origin, a level 1 and a level 1 frost to get a level
Right.
2.
A lot of people say, "Hey, it's frost, not first." I mean, we know that.
I know, we know that, dude.
We got nicknames
We're
for
facetious. We are
we got nicknames
facetious.
for
Sorry.
everyone and everything.
I live to have nicknames and exactly. We can't. It is what it is. Just
It
that's
is.
how we've played Upland, and we just know it and we did. But anyways, the bloodline. You have different attributes towards the bloodline, so you can follow that. There's got to be, with the uppies.com, the uppies, dictionary with Wikipedia, they should follow the bloodlines and saying which ones merge to create this one, and this one has better value because you're going to be able to use some of these same features from this one and this one that now got merged into this one using your Sparklet, and now you get this dominant feature.
Awesome. I mean, all those things would be awesome. But again,
so awesome.
Waiting long periods of time for something to develop and then coming out with new pieces of the puzzle regularly, it's difficult. It's difficult to wait, and again, we'll hear the devil's advocate side of it. It's like, well, they have to put everything together before they come out with anything. I mean, it's a long time.
Kev,
a year is a long time, and we're approaching.
Wouldn't you prefer to have nothing be out than to be buying things that you don't know, like what we've been doing for 6 years? Because here's the thing, Kev, we bought legits. TM, you, me, we bought thousands of legits, right? We bought all these things thinking that they were going to have interoperability and utility, and they had neither. So at the end of the
I would say this, Kay. I would say if Upland was going to go out of business and they had to do this in order to stay in business, then I would say that, hey, what they had to do was necessary to keep the lights on. You know what I mean? So I don't know everything, like that Upland's going through. You know what I'm saying? So if they had to FOMO the hell out of us, you know what I mean, and come up with all these tactics so that we bought a bunch of stuff so they could, stay in business, then they probably did the right thing.
I agree. I mean, you're just sticking a knife in everyone's back right now, bro. But I mean, it's
really,
the truth.
Bro. I mean,
you're not wrong.
I'm just being real,
Well, listen, here's the thing. It is hard because we've been doing this, for some time, and we know that there's a lot of emotions that comes to Upland because we have them, and that's why we really want to have conversations with the founders and X1 and all these people that are social media influencers for the game, like Squall Meza and developers, which we just want to we have questions that they have never been clear on, and I feel like it's unfair that they don't want to get resolved to those questions. And then they gaslight us to say, oh, just make sure you read through everything. We do read through everything, man. And it's still not completed. And there's still 5 literally utility guaranteed layers that they have not put on the Uppies. And if they even put just completed one layer of utility on the Uppies, it would blow everybody else away. And people would see live, living NFT assets, and they would come running to put their money into value that could be created within. And when you can create value within your own community, trust me, that's when you see real value, and you see people with real merging with real scarcity and rarity. And then these types of rarity will trump the collections. We don't even care about yellows anymore because Uppies will be the new foundation. And I believe that is what Upland wants to do. This is why we don't see any collections, and watch, those will fade too.
Well, they have to
There'll be different things.
They have to do something, like
they don't have to. They don't have to do anything.
I mean, they could close down,
Right.
I mean, that's one thing they could do, like I hope that doesn't happen because that wouldn't be fun. So,
no.
but they, I mean, they need to do something, like to attract a basic player into the game. But I mean, but here's the thing, like, even if we make all of these awesome things, like let's say that, like me and K Twice are foolish, and the game is great, and we just want things to move quicker than a year or 4 years or 5 years, but we just don't understand, and all of these things, and we're just completely wrong, and people should wait 5, 6 years, 1 year, like we should just wait years for these developments to kind of take place, and we were wrong. How are we then going to get the game into someone's hands, and then, like a new player, get them hooked within, let's say, the first couple hours of playing, so that they want to continue to play? I mean, because those are the things that are important. Those are the things. I mean, you have to get the emotional hook in play to where somebody would want to play. So the biggest.
So Kevin, what would be more emotional than walking around a metaverse, seeing these little weird creatures paying dividends.
Oh, I mean, all of that would be great because then actually move a player into wanting to be a
Which
part
is
of it.
what I'm trying to say. Focus on the mechanics and the mechanism
Yeah.
that could drive Upland and then go from there.
I totally agree. I mean, look, neighborhood rankings made a huge impact on the player base. Like so many people were competing, so many people were buying service structures, so many people were doing so many different things that Upland needed in order to, keep the lights on, pay for developers to work for them. Like all of those things were taking place, but I mean, to wait, like we're coming up on a year, like for some of that value to actually show, that's difficult. That's not
I
an
know. And that's
you know,
why I tell people too that are selling their uppies, like, people should, I'm just telling you, when you are going to be yielding a level 6, a level 5, a level 4, uppie origin, that's going to be flexing power. And that's what it should be. Up and
is
up.
it? Or is it?
It has to be. It better
It's
be. That's what
it,
I'm
it's
saying.
someone, I mean, I agree with you, bro. And if
You know
we,
what I'm saying? You're
yeah,
playing the
yeah,
advocate, which I
totally agree
respect,
with
and
you.
I get that.
Like, but at the same time, like, don't forget that Upland, wanted to devalue the
Oh
value
God, you had to
of
drop
Upland.
the
I
D
mean,
word, bro. You did. He
I
went there.
mean, I
Damn.
don't know why they would
Uh,
do that. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. Like, but again, that's what was important to them, and they wanted to do it with Origins, which to
I
me,
wish they would come out and I wish they would say they're sorry for that. Hey, we screwed up. We should never have said that we should devalue our main like
you know
foundational
what, bro?
like
I'd be happy
assets.
if they just came out and gave us a roadmap with actual dates, when to
Yeah,
expect utility, when to expect new features, and
yeah.
keep it, simple. Like I don't need an apology from them at all because
Yeah.
like I just don't, like, but what
I'm
we
with
do
you.
need are dates, hard dates with utility, and so we can start developing trust again, between the players and Upland, the
Yeah.
game. Like
No,
those are
that's
the
the
things
most
that are
important, bro.
important.
Because I'm telling you, there's a lot of broken trust with a lot of the OG players that can move the needle. And there's a lot of players that are waiting for Upland to do something to give them an in-game value structure that has an economical system that could rise with the return on your investment. And that
Huge.
economy, that economy is there. It could be there. It's so
It
much there
was
with the Uppies. It is
already
so
there.
there.
It was already there.
Yeah,
Like they
I
had the
know.
momentum going. They just stalled out and took too long.
You're
Like
not wrong.
just facts.
You're
But
not
could they
wrong.
do something spectacular? Absolutely. Do they
Yeah.
have the best community to work with?
Yes.
Absolutely. But this
Yes.
community, it's been proven that they only have available, like less than 200 or less than 300,000 a month in disposable income. So if Upland needs to create more income, they have to make this usable for new players. They have
And
to. And
and-
the only way to do that, is to make it to where it's worth it to get it in front of someone. You have
yeah.
to get it through a game app, whatever it may be. I don't have the answer to that, but somebody has to actually open up the app and then want to play and want to move
Well,
forward.
Kev, the number one thing is Uppies are going to build our city. Uppies are going to build our city. Not all the other things. Uppies. Uppies are going to drive the tractors. Uppies are going to drive the
I
cars.
mean,
They're going to be
really, they're
building
gonna
the
do all that?
foundation of where residents live, where they work, where they do all these things. That's why when people like I was going to compare it to the Bored Ape Yacht Club.
Yeah.
But that was just a membership. That was all hype. That was based on vibe and parties and energy, or we can do that same shit. But guess what? These Uppies, these things build our entire environment. If you hold an origin, you should be holding that's ownership of a thriving freaking metaverse, a thriving civilization in Upland. That's what it should be, of owning an Uppie origin, because that is the first of its ever generation, and they're never going to make any more, ever.
Hey, the one thing that I could say, that I could count on is that K Twice loves uppies from day one, bro. And you know what? I mean, you've been
Because I'm smart, bro. Because I know what they could do.
cheerleading this for quite some time, bro. So I mean, hey, I love it, bro. I love it. You know what I mean? That's the one
I
thing
know,
that
and I know you're not as optimistic as I am about them, and you have reason to
I
not be. You have
want to
reason to
be.
not be.
I want to be. I want to be just as excited as you. You know,
Mhm.
like, but unfortunately, taking this long is too long for the average player.
And
I
it's taking too long for the foundational uppies are the foundation of Upland moving forward. Period. There's no question. They have to be, or the game's it's not going to work because they're going to be building the damn city. So they have to be the foundation. Fix the foundation first. Build on top of the foundation. Make it solid. Make it ass tight. Make it
So
beautiful. Make it gorgeous.
what do you think, K Twice, is a reasonable amount of time for them to come out with some utility?
We're far gone beyond that reasonable of time. We
What's
are
reasonable?
far gone that reasonable of time.
I mean, you said yourself that you were a gamer. You know, like you.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't you compete in Halo or
In
something
Halo. Yeah,
like?
I did.
And how high did you compete in that game?
Very high. I was one of the top 20, top 25 players in the world, and I played with a lot of different clubs and teams, and you know, that's different though. So Halo took a long time to
Well,
be
that was a
produced, by the way,
game.
and
That
designed.
was a
Yeah,
real game, right?
that was a real game. Yeah, and we waited, you know, for Halo 2, Halo 3, Halo. I mean, it's decades. You know what I mean? I mean, I get it. I understand
But before Halo 2 came out, you could still play Halo 1 and
Mhm.
get some success, right?
Yes,
So
yes. Oh yeah.
so I mean, so that's the difficult part for me, you know, like if it's a game, you know, and even though the game is going to continue to evolve or let's say go to a next level type thing, you know,
Yeah.
like well how do we beat level
Like
1?
so, I used to play with Ninja. Young Ninja. I mean, he was a stud. You know, back in Halo. Then he went on to like Fortnite, all kinds of other things. And now, I mean, we played together. We played Halo together. I mean, it was different times. And he was a younger kid, but he kept evolving, right? He kept growing through different games, different things. I don't want to go to a different metaverse. I don't want to go play a different game. This is the one that I choose to play because I think Upland could be the greatest of the greatest. And when I say that you can own an uppie that is a foundational piece of Upland and Origin right now that could have so much different layers of utility to do this because of the bloodlines, because of the different ways you merged it, to the different ways you got it there to be there. That should hold power and reverence. If you have a level 5, level 4, level 3, you should be proud of that because of what it took to get to that level, right? And now the original OGs that have bought into these uppies, I think those are the OGs of the new Upland. And if you're buying, this is why I'm so telling all my guys, hey, you guys better buy some uppies. Get into this thing. I'm gonna buy them all, and I'm gonna hold them all. I'm holding. You know what I mean? I want the foundation. This is the foundation. This is the OG moment right here, moving forward. Because if you want to build in the Upland, you're gonna have to buy uppies. Whether it's frosts, blossoms, whatever the next generations are coming out. You're going to buy uppies. You're going to have to buy uppies. And those are going to be a pivotal thing in this game. And Origins are going to be the freaking glue that's going to hold this foundation together.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's yet to see. I mean, Wolf is
Correct.
in the
Damn it. Correct. Yes. Hopeful, wishful thinking.
A $9 level 1 uppies is too much for a new player is basically what he's saying right now. So I'll make a comment on that. You know, like, so basically when I did the math, uppies from
Well,
up.
Cap,
Well,
before you go into the math, I know, but I just want to say, because the only reason why they're $9, the only reason they're $9 is because there's everyone's holding them. They're rare. They're scarce. When they start dropping new uppies back into the game, they'll go back down again. But right now, you can get you can sell, you can buy 2 or frosts to get an Origin, a level 2 Origin that you can double your money with. I mean, it's the only reason they're $9 right now is because Upland screwed up and they dropped them all. They threw them all out there, and we all know how amazing they're going to be. And they can't keep putting them out there because that would devalue the rest of the uppies. And what they need to do is put a cap on it and say, hey, no more Origins, guys. That's it. The firsts are going to come out during the first season. The blossoms are going to come out to the blossom season, and so forth. But be transparent about that, and then give the desired utility for each of those specific seasons of those uppies, and give specific utilities for Origins. Origins should be no less than $1,000. A level 1 Origin Uppie should be no less than $1,000 cash USD. No less.
That would be great.
Period.
That would be
Period.
great.
It's
I,
going to be.
you
It's going to mark my words because I'll own them all and I'll just put them at that price at some point. So
I love it. How many uppies have
whatever.
you bought in the last 2 weeks?
No, not very many, bro.
Yeah.
I have slowed down because there's no reason to, because again, they're all
Right.
so rare, and I don't want to take them all from everybody. I kind of want to, but I also want other people to experience what is going on with these merges and how fun it is when you're like, oh, this is so cool. I wonder what I'm going to get next. It's always the illusion with Upland. That's what makes this so powerful. You want to wonder, what am I going to get by merging those two? Ooh, I got another origin from merging
Yeah,
two
that's pretty
firsts.
cool. That's pretty cool. You know,
It
like,
is.
and then on top of that, when you buy your packs, and this is kind of what I was going to touch on a little
Yeah,
earlier.
sorry, I apologize. Yes.
No, bro, you never got to apologize. So I mean, basically, the cost that Upland was selling a card for was anywhere between $5.50 and $6.
Yeah.
So like the thing, and I hope it doesn't happen, but I'm actually predicting that Uppies will go below that. I believe
Yeah.
that Uppies will go, if things continue down the path that they are now, and let's say it takes another 3-4 years for Uppies to actually evolve into something, like, and I hope that doesn't happen. But I mean, I'll see that. I would say that the floor for them would easily be at a couple bucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's sad to say,
Well, it won't be if they consistently reveal other new things and give people a reason to want to need Uppies and to hold
Sure.
Uppies, not to just put them on the market, because that's the only you can do with them right now. You can't even do shit with them anyways right now. So all you're going to do is put them in the market and hope that you sell them to a cheeseball like me that's a sucker that likes them. That's the only thing that you're doing with Uppies right
Yeah.
now. Or you're believing in the long-term position, also like me, that thinks that these are the foundation. And there's a lot of people like me. I have a little group. I have a small little group of Uppie group, and we talk about this shit all the time.
But there's also, this is repeating history, because this same thing happened with the NFT market, where there were just people that just liked it and then they just bought it, and then eventually.
But hold on, Kev. This is not the same. If these Uppies produce what they're supposed to, again, they are walking, simulating, building life. They are giving utility and helping do things for us.
All of the things that you said that would be cool if they would do, I have not heard the Upland come out in any shape, way, or matter and say that any of those things were going to be accomplished.
I know.
So, I mean, yes, if all of those things took place, I totally agree with you that Uppies would be worth quite a bit. But I don't believe that any of those things are going to happen.
Wolf, where you at, Wolf? Where's my people at,
I mean,
man?
Wolf is on your side, you know what I mean? When it comes to Uppies,
I mean, I don't even know whose side we're on at this point. We're all on Upland,
We're all in it together, you know what I mean? I mean, we obviously care about the game. Like I got employees texting me, emailing me right,
me too, bro.
Right now. You know what I mean? That where I'm actually making money. You know what I mean? Like I'm making real money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's but I do this. I do this because it is something that we want to see turn out really well for us and for the community members. So Wolf says that he's waiting for the next Uppie sale.
Good. My man. And he's right. And he's accurate in that too. I mean, I think that's why I'm waiting. I'm waiting too, because the next Uppie sale, prices will drop. I know they're going to drop. So people, I get blown up all day. I get deals left and right, and I'm getting some pretty damn good deals. Danny P always give me great deals, but I'm like, dude, they're going to go down. The second that they put more back in the market, it's going to go back down, and I'll swoop those back up too. Anything that goes back under my floor and my brain, I'm going to pick it up. I'm going to swoop it up, and I'm going to take it all. And I'm going to keep doing that too. And I do think that there's a lot more than just me, because there's a big market. I mean, you got guys that will take a higher level that will trade it for lower levels to split it up and to sell on the market. I mean, so there's all kinds of ways to do this right now, and people are doing it. And I mean, just look at the merges. 16,000, over 16,000. I don't even think there's 16,000 active players. We got 16,000 merges, bro. So I mean, we're merging.
Yeah. I mean, hey, there are lots of things that could happen. Wolf is saying that K Twice could be the president of Uppies. I like the Uppies, but K Twice is the president. You know, the president of, I mean, you do love the Uppies, bro. Since
I do.
day one. You've never said anything negative, and you look like I throw a dagger at your heart every time I say something about him.
Every time I do. The reason why is
back,
because,
bro, you gotta let me say this. I think back to when you told me, you go, look at that cute girl. Look at this. Look at what my Uppies become. I mean, you sounded so sincere, man. Like you really love the damn Uppies. You know what I'm saying? And
so if you actually follow the Uppies pace, right, it's kind of interesting. So they all have emotions, they all have feelings.
See what I mean?
Okay, but hold on. Stop. Hold on.
Tell them, K Twice. Tell them about those.
I'm telling him, bro. I'm telling him. So it's crazy because if you watch the succession of them from the level 1s to level 2s, level 3s, from the babies to the kids to the infants to the players to sport players, there's a sequence of events too, but there's also a sequence of emotions. When you get to like level 5s or 6s, you get to like this Eeyore, like depressive, manic, like Uppies where they're sad. And they're pissed off.
Buy another one and merge it again. You know what I'm saying?
And so I merge the depressing ones to make the happy ones. And so, you know, I make them I get them to a higher level so they can be happy, because I don't like to see the depressed ones. And so that's why I do that. But it's funny because I do think that it also showcases the, you know, roller coaster of emotions in Upland.
I think Upland needs to make a K Twice Uppie.
They damn well should.
Dude,
damn well should.
Dude, you have been doing this for a long time, bro. Loving these Uppies, bro. You know what I mean? And you should have kids that are your Uppies. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I do have one. So there is an Uppie that is named after my son, and I will never sell that one. I got the one.
Yeah. I remember buying those.
Yeah. I got that one. It's my son's name, and so it kind of, you know, I don't know, embodies a different feeling for me. And I feel like if Upland does what they're supposed to do, if they do what they're supposed to do, these will be the best, greatest things in the NFT market asset space.
So based on the way you feel right now, I mean, it sounds like you have the emotional hook.
Well, right? I mean, the emotional hook from
I'm not trying to tell you anything.
No, let me answer. Let me answer though.
Okay.
Let me answer.
Go for
it's not as an emotional hook as it was 5 years ago, because I think 5 years ago we were killing it. We were flipping. We were making money. It is what it is. Now we see the potential of Upland. We know what it feels like. I'm going to go to Vegas. I'm going to be streaming live stream from Vegas next Monday. You guys, I'm going to be lit. It's going to be crazy, but it's going to bring back memories, because last time I went to Vegas was at the Genesis 4 or 5 years ago, guys.
Yeah.
You know, back in 2020. And this is a very nostalgic moment because, you know, I met the owners there. I sat at the table with these guys. I met most of this community. I met other whales, fun people, great people. I had lunch with Uplando. You know, I heard he was still around. Uplando, if you're still out there, I love you, buddy. It was great to have lunch with you in Vegas. Would love to do it again sometime. You know, getting to meet people from the community and doing these things that I have hope to get back to. And I believe that the Uppies can do that for Upland. I 100% believe that Uppies, if done the right way and they really focus on this, they can bring back that excitement, the positivity, the fulfillment, the feelings, the emotions, the hooks that can come back and stabilize this economy, and doing it in a way that will give Upland the greatest name that it's ever been, and it will send people ranting and raving and running to the greatest metaverse that's ever been built. This is the new meta. The new meta is fulfilling broken promises on utility. Give us those 5 layers on the Uppie Foundation and watch what happens to this game. Watch what happens to the way that we can simulate and build and grow, because now we'll all want to do it faster, quicker than everybody else. You'll make it a competition again. You'll make people buy again. You'll make people move their crypto into these places, into their buildings, into their structures, into their trade routes, into all the things, because Uppies are the foundation that can do all of that while we sleep. And that is real utility.
And I want to say that I want to feel that utility.
That is real living
definitely
utility.
Do. You know, like, but first, I want neighborhood rankings to be worth something
That too.
quickly.
Yeah.
Because, like, I mean, to me, you know, like, I put a lot of effort in.
We did, bro. We did.
I mean, I'm just speaking for myself now. As far as what the DTLA community did
Yeah.
as a whole, I
Yeah.
mean, my God. I mean, we've got
Yeah.
Phoenix in the chat. Shout out. You know,
Phoenix, my man.
in the chat. Shout out. You know, like everyone has worked so hard on DTLA. You know,
Yeah.
to make it successful. I mean, you know, I would love to see a payback in some way for all
Yeah.
of us, so we feel
Yeah.
like winners. I mean, that's it. That's it. You know, like
I can go on forever, man. The Sparklet Wars. I mean, there's just.
I'd love to get, you know, like the feel goods from the Uppies as well. You know, like
Yeah.
those should somewhat be hand in hand, you know, but logically, I can't see how someone could get hooked on the game, you know, like unless they have, and no offense, an infatuation,
Of course.
you know, like with something, you know, like the
No,
way
of course.
that I mean, Wolf was saying, you know, that he doesn't want to see your heart get broken if Uppies don't, you know, pan out the way. And maybe I'm not. It's kind of scrolled up here further, so maybe I'm not saying it exactly the way that he was saying it, but I mean, you know, like everyone likes a different piece.
If Uppy, hold on, my heart won't get broken because if Uppies
Or
don't work, the game's done. That's it. I'm
I
just
mean,
telling you.
in your mind, but my mind was, you know, if neighborhood rankings don't work, I'm done. And
What
I'm
are neighborhood rankings based on predication of?
yeah.
What are they based on? What are they based on of?
I mean, kinda, but not all. You know, I mean,
Neighborhood rankings are what's going to attract Uppies,
track Uppies.
attract discovery game,
Agreed,
attract the things.
agreed.
If they are not able to do that, because those are what's going to be building buildings faster, petting things, doing things autonomously, simultaneously.
I agree. I agree. They all
If
come. They
Uppies don't
all
work, it's done, bro. Game, set,
so
match.
so it does make sense that new features would need to come out in order to complete the circle.
Yes,
You know,
has to.
like maybe the troves, you know, like in the farming and the animals, and I mean, I could
Fishing.
just keep going and going and going.
I
The
know.
fishing, the boating, you know, like I
We're
mean,
not even there yet, bro.
there's just no way this is gonna. I mean, at the rate of speed that Upland
Which is why
actually.
I want to talk to Squall Mesa, but like, bro, why are we sitting
But
back on our
Squall Basic,
thumbs?
he doesn't know anything like that. You think
Isn't
he
he the lead
does?
developer?
I don't know. I don't know.
Who's the lead developer? I want to talk to the lead developer.
I have no. I mean, bro, they don't want to talk to us. If they wanted to talk to us, they would have talked. I mean, they would just come out with the press release or just
I know.
I mean, come on, just the
I know.
map that told us exactly the dates where something was going to come out. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
know. I know.
They don't
Just
want to
anything,
talk
man.
to us. Why would they want
I
to
know.
talk to us? We think that they move in the pace of snails.
This is not even the pace of snails. This is ridiculous. Like I mean, I seriously want to talk to the lead developer, bro. I thought it was Squall Mesa, bro. I really thought Squall Mesa was a lead developer for some reason. I thought that he was the person that was overseeing their team of developers. Like, obviously, that's not the case. I want to know.
I don't
who
know
is.
if that's the case.
Oh,
I
I want to
have
know.
no idea. You know, like
I will pay the lead developer $1,000 to come on here with us. If you're the lead developer, I'll pay you $1,000 to come in here and tell me why it's taking so long. And that's all. I just want to know why it's taking so long. I'll pay you $1,000. Come
but
on our show.
they gotta talk about some substance here. Like they gotta
Yeah.
give. I mean, they can't just say it's taking this long because we only
No,
have
for
one
sure.
developer. You know what I mean?
Well, maybe that's the problem. Maybe the lead developer is the only developer, bro.
It was a joke. You know, he's like,
Well,
now the game's even taking longer because I'm freaking on this show with you. You know what I mean? Do you really want to do that to the Upland community, bro? You know what I mean? You don't want to do that, you know?
Dang, bro. He's like, I gotta go, guys. I'm the only one working here.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the only one on the job.
No wonder they keep him. No wonder they keep him hidden, bro. He's working 24/7.
Working on a Windows, 7-year-old system. You know what I mean?
He's launching. He's got to keep focusing on launching on more structures so he can get paid, bro. He's gonna make sure he pays the bills. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Overhead, man. He's gonna hire some. Hey, make some more structures and some stuff, or like I said, make the Uppies work so that we can buy more Uppies, or make a membership a pro membership that where you can just pay $300 a month and we get to get all of our yield. You know, do something.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
pay
I would
for it.
love that. That
Yeah,
would
we'll
make
pay
sense.
for it. Yeah, we'll do
Yeah,
it. I'm in.
I would totally do that. If
Yep.
let's say $100 a week, you know,
Yep.
like where we don't have to do anything, fantastic. You know, count me in.
Count me in.
Count me in. You know?
Problem solved, Upland. You got 1,000 OGs willing to do this. We're ready to go. If y'all need money, we're ready to roll. Let's go. Let's just so we don't have to do any tasks, and then let's
Look,
build the foundation.
we came on this show and we said, you know, like many months ago, that we wanted to give Upland our money to help them make something happen. But I mean, we don't want to give them our money if they don't actually make any utility quickly. I mean,
here's what I want. Here's what I want. I want either we're gonna make it, which I think we can make it, or I want someone to tell me how to make it. I want a third party app that basically gives utility to Uppies, where it's gonna take 100,000 of Upix a month from my account, and it's going to find the top the top if you're holding a level 9, it's going to be a tiered thing, a level 9, level 8, level 7, level 6 down to 5. If you're holding a level 5 Uppy or higher, you're going to get a monthly yield of Upix from Upland Revival from my account. I want to be able to give an actual utility to these Uppies right now on this as a third party, to where you know how like Upix land where you have to approve whatever, all those things straight from my account. And even Upland will get the transaction fee. I'll happily pay the fee, and it goes straight into another person that is holding an Uppy. I don't know if that's possible, but I'm down to do that, and I'm sure you'll match it. Even though you hate Uppies.
I don't hate Uppies. Where did you get that from?
Why do you hate my little friends, bro? You hate my little Uppy friends, bro. You're a hater. You're an Uppy hater. You're discriminating my Uppies, bro.
I'm an Uppy lover, bro. You know what I mean? What do you mean? I'm the one that made the song. Remember? Look.
Go pet my Uppies, bro.
I made the song, bro.
Yes. Turn it up. One more time.
What do you mean?
Every one of them ready to crown.
You want to crown those?
Believe in what they could be.
We believe.
Watch them grow, just wait and see. Could be the next big thing. The next big thing. Uppies on the rise.
This is so good. How can you guys? Are you guys not entertained?
How can you guys love us, Uppies, bro? We're saying this. Yeah. How could I hate Uppies?
And on that note, we're gonna call it because we're out and we got way too much more to talk about. We hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you guys for following us. Thank you for tuning in. We appreciate you guys. I will be coming live at you guys with Kev from Vegas next week on Monday. It's going to be so much fun. And we still are going to give away 100,000. We forgot we got to give that giveaway. We didn't do a random thing.
100,000.
100,000 piece. Yeah.
Yeah. We're gonna give that away quickly.
Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and all your thoughts, your comments. I don't get to see the comments on this app. We're trying to find someone to help us facilitate this too, so we can get the comments on our stream up here, so we can get all the fun things popping up. I'd love to see it as we're engaging. That would be awesome. But we're working on it, guys. We're still new to this, and we're just doing this to kind of help Upland and give our perspective and our 2 cents, because we do love Upland. We love the community even more, and we think that this is definitely going to be one of the best metaverses on the planet. We were just hoping that it happens before we die. Thank you guys, and appreciate you guys very much. Love you guys.